So Roodhart, you've had a long, successful career. What advice have you got to young people coming into into the industry today? What hope is there for them?
There's lots of hope. There's lots of hope. Our industry, the world is screaming for energy, so somebody has to deliver the energy to the world, and that will be our industry who's going to do that. So it's not getting easier, it's getting more and more difficult to get oil and gas out of the ground and be able to produce what the world wants. So it's getting more and more high tech, it's getting more and more complicated.
You've had a long, successful career. What hope is there for young people coming into the industry today?
Yeah, big hopes, because our industry is a very challenging and very exciting industry. As we all know, the world is screaming for energy. China and India are growing very rapidly. The amount of energy, oil and gas, basically produced is expected to increase by almost 50% in the next couple of decades. Now, that oil and gas needs to come from somewhere, right? It needs to be found, it needs to be produced. It's not getting easier. So the oil industry is developing into a very seriously high-tech industry that will need a lot of people to do whatever we have to do to supply the world with oil and gas and energy. Now there, I would think, is a very interesting challenge for young people. It's more challenging than put a man on the moon in my vision, to be able to supply the world with energy in the decades to come.
Do you think industry and academia are working closely enough together to meet that challenge?
No, they don't. And I've been talking about it a little bit earlier. The world is so big, and our industry is a high-tech industry, but it's still quite old-fashioned in finding partners. We have the preferred partners. We all talk to Imperial, we all talk to Delft University, we all talk to Harriet Watt. But there is many more places where very interesting high-tech research is taking place. And what I miss is the contacts with the universities. It could be in China, could be in India, could be in all sorts of places, that the places we don't know they exist and we don't know what they do, because that's where you will find the little gems, the new technologies that we so desperately need.
How do you marry the two then? What would you suggest? What should the oil industry do, or what should academia do?
Look out, and obviously SPE is playing a role there. The Society of Petroleum Engineers has more than 20,000 student members from all over the world. Actually, if you look at the location where student members come from, about 15 or 20% is from the US. About 15% is from Europe, and the rest is from everywhere. And they're not from the well-known universities. They are from the universities we might want to talk to. So there's a role for SPE to keep those students on board, drag them into our industry, keep them in the industry, and that's how we will sort of develop a global network of contacts with universities all over the world.
Are there any particular type of technologies that interest you at Offshore Europe this year?
Any new technologies
any
here?
Particular type?
I wish I don't, well, obviously in the conference there's a lot of new stuff, but I wish I could walk around. I haven't been able to walk around the exhibition because I love this exhibition. I will go to the Schlumberger stand obviously because there's good stuff there, but the really fascinating new things is always in the little stands in the corners of the exhibition. Yeah. That's where people who have something new, and they try to market it by having a stand at Offshore Europe. And those are the most interesting places I always go and see and talk to them.
And Game Changer is a vehicle for some of these people, is it?
Yeah, that's where we get new ideas out of as well.
Final question that we're asking everyone this week. Can you suggest what the price of oil might be in 12 months' time?
We have lots of bets going, but I don't know.
Where's your money?
As we say, the oil price is very volatile. It goes up and it goes down. So no, I honestly don't know. I cannot say. I had a bet last November, internal SPE in the board, which I won. I said it will double by the end of the by the end of the winter, at which it was. It went almost from 40 to 75, but 75 is already quite high, so I don't know.
You're quitting while you're ahead, eh?
I'm not going to make that bet again.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you, much appreciated.
Very
Thanks
welcome.
very much indeed.